it's a very good afternoon to all of you tuning in for another pre-match show. Today we are at St James Park for the game between Exeter City and ourselves, the Saddlers. Matt Taylor and his side will be looking to bounce back from 2 consecutive defeats in the league against Newport County and Bristol Rovers last time out. It's going to be a tough ask for Taylor and his side, with today's opponents Exeter unbeaten at home so far this season and enjoying another good start to life in League 2. We're going to be hearing from head coach Taylor very shortly, as well as midfielder Sam Perry, and we're also going to hear from on-loan striker George Miller, who provides us with a very, very interesting five-a-side team. First up, here's head coach Matt Taylor about what he has to say about today's opponents, Exeter. And on that challenge, Exeter City, what are you expecting from them?
A team that has a very clear identity, play a specific way with a specific formation, with good players in the front half of the pitch, and we will have to make sure that out of possession we are rigid, we do our jobs properly, and then when the ball does come into our box, what we've got to do is defend that better than we have done recently. Because I sit here and I'm never going to shy away from the truth. The truth of the matter is we haven't defended our box well enough. Now, whether that's from a set play, whether that's from a cross into that area, we need to be better. We've got players that I feel can be better, and we've worked a lot on that. So there's a huge amount still, in my opinion, to like about us going forward. Creating chances. Thought if you look at the game against Bristol, it should be out of sight. We miss a couple of chances, and if you do that, you're going to get punished. So the challenge for the players this weekend is defend our box better, and then when we get opportunities in the opposition's box, to be more ruthless.
You've said it before as well, you might only get that one chance in a game, and it felt a little bit like that at Newport in the first half. We had that one clear chance which Tyree scored, and do you feel that's more so away from home, that you have to be clinical?
You've got to earn the right to play, because you're going to their home ground, their home patch, where every team in this division and every team up and down the country defends that with their lives. Therefore, if you look at the form that Exeter are in at home, it's positive, right? So it's a great challenge and a great game for us to have, because I would say that the majority of people would expect us to go there and probably not come away with anything. I, on the other hand, can think completely differently, as do the coaches and the players. What we've got to do is we've got to show that. So we have to match the intensity, we have to match their willingness and desire. We do that, we've got good players, and we will 100% create opportunities. But we have to be more ruthless. And when you're on top in games, and we'll have a period on Saturday where hopefully we're on top, we've got to take our chances, because we do know that Exeter are a dangerous team. And if we don't take our chances, then we always run the risk of, if you have a slight lead, or if you're drawing the game, of losing it. We've been through that in the last 2 games, and I don't want a reoccurrence of that. The players don't want that, and what we've got to do is make sure that that doesn't happen again. Now, that doesn't happen again through hard work, honest conversations at the training ground. That's what we've done, and that's all we can do.
And does the fact that a lot of outsiders will probably see us as underdogs going into this game benefit us, do you think?
I don't think there's any pressure on us. We unfortunately haven't won away from home yet, so we've got something to change there. We've got to look to change that this weekend, regardless of the opposition. Respect Exeter 100%, but I still think that we have a team here that can be successful, albeit, we might have lost the last 2 games, but what a chance we've got to go and put that right and keep talking about it, start another run at the weekend.
So there we have it. That was head coach Matt Taylor about what he's expecting from today's opponents, Exeter. Next up, we are going to hear from midfielder Sam Perry, fresh from another start last week at the Banksy Stadium against Bristol Rovers. Let's have a listen to what he has to say about today's game. You've had a couple of starts so far this season. You've had to be patient when you've been out of the side. What's that been like for you? Has that been a big learning experience?
Yeah, obviously I'm still young, do you know what I mean? I don't expect to be in the team every week, but that's my aim, and when I'm not in the team I work hard on the training pitch, doing extras and working on things that I need to improve on.
And going into this weekend's game against Exeter City, what are you expecting from them?
It's good. It's always a tough game against Exeter, isn't it? So we're expecting maybe long balls, and they might play a different formation, we don't know yet, but obviously we just have to live up to the task and what they bring, and we go there and try and get the 3 points.
And they're a very good side in this division. They're ones that a lot of teams who are coming into the division look at the blueprint of them getting into the playoffs for the last couple of seasons. But the Saddlers have got a pretty good record against them. Does that all go out the window when you go to them on a Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. Everything goes out the window. It's all about us on the pitch and the players on the pitch that go there, and we need to go there and perform. And
it looks like we're going to be backed by another fantastic away following. You know, as players, that must give you that real extra boost, that extra 5-10% that you need, knowing that you've got another good away following coming with us.
Yeah, it's massive for all the fans that are travelling on Saturday. We can't thank you enough for your support throughout the season as well, and obviously it gets us going before the game and after the game when they're there clapping us off the pitch. It gives us a proper boost.
So that was all of our pre-match build-up to today's game against Exeter City here at St James's Park. Next up, we are going to hear from striker George Miller, and this is his dream five-a-side team. Let me know what you think of this in the comments section. It's a bit of a different one. George, you're next up for our ultimate five-a-side team. We'll start with your goalkeeper and why.
I've gone for a bit of a different spin on it. I'm going for Rushy in net. He's unbelievable. I want to be like him when I'm older.
Your defender and why?
My defender, a 3-time Premier League winner, Robert Hoof. Great player, solid in the air.
We'll go with your first midfielder next.
Morten Gams Pedersen, Blackburn 2013 Norwegian legend, deceased ball specialist.
Your second midfielder?
Going for legs in here, so I've gone for Didier Hamann, back in his City days and MK Don days, good player.
And then to finish that team off, who have you got up front?
There again, I've gone Norwegian again, 24 goals for country, prolific, John Carew.
There we go then, that is George Miller's dream five-a-side team. Like I say, a couple of interesting picks in there, but another strong five-a-side team, and we like that it's a little bit different as well. We'd like to wish all of the travelling supporters that are coming down to support the Saddlers here today in Exeter a very safe journey, and as always, come on you Saddlers.